I've reviewed a lot of best free piano VSTs in the past. Check out my best free piano VST videos in the link above. But what if money wasn't an object? Today I'll review my all-time favorite piano VST plugin, Pianoteq. What makes this thing so great? Well, it isn't samples, that's for sure. Watch to find out why. But first, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And use my affiliate link below at Plugin Boutique to grab their crazy deals. And let me know in the comments below what you think of Pianoteq. So what's Pianoteq's killer feature? Well, instead of using complex layers of samples from world-class pianos, Pianoteq uses acoustic modeling to effectively reproduce literally everything about a piano. The notes, the timbre, the resonance of the wood, the vibrations of the piano wires. And since no samples are used, Pianoteq has an almost comically small footprint, just 50 megabytes. And that's the full version, everything installed. Compare that to any modern sampled piano library and you'll be astounded. You can install this in your VST plugins folder and not worry about it eating up precious hard drive space. So how does it sound? When Pianoteq first came out back in 2006, I thought it was very promising, but suffered from kind of a static quality, like a digital recreation of a piano. But now, wow, things have changed. Let's listen. Lovely, right? Now look at all the preset variations you get. Let's check them out. Oh, that's nice. Honestly, all these presets sound so good, it's hard for me to choose which one to go with. I find myself sticking with the default Steinway D most of the time because it just sounds great, and I'm lazy. But there's so much to explore here. And speaking of, what I love about Pianoteq is that the interface is very easy to understand. The options section below the graphic gives you easy access to many common and less common features. You can change the MIDI velocity response here to better accommodate your controller. And the section on the right gives you quick access to effects, which is great if you're like me and you immediately turn off all processing on piano plugins, so you can put your own on. That being said, I find Pianoteq's presets are quite tastefully treated, and they're great for giving you an idea of what you can do with Pianoteq's effects. More unusually, you can add and control mallet mounts, which is intended more for the percussion instruments where the player's literally hitting strings with a mallet or hammer. Sounds kind of weird on piano. A great thing is you have undo and redo right up here, so I can just turn off anything I do. Then there's action where you can get deeper control over the finest details of the dampener pedals. Cool to have, but I don't find myself messing with it much. Nice to have for those who really want to dig into their pianos. But that brings me to one of my favorite features as an audio engineer, the microphone section. Because yes, not only does Pianoteq acoustically model a piano from scratch, it models the microphones being used to virtually capture this piano. So you hit the microphone icon here, and woo! Here's a fun interface, and once again it pretty much explains itself. We get a top-down and side view of the piano, and we can see where the microphones are positioned, and even which mic model is being used. So I can just grab this microphone here, which I see is a Neumann U87, and I can pull it closer to the keyboard. and this gives me a brighter, more direct sound. Congratulations, I've made my own custom piano mic preset. And I can undo and redo these. I love how this encourages experimentation with traditional recording techniques. And to help, the manual explains the different mic techniques with detailed explanations of each section. Again, ModeArt makes this even easier by offering tooltips on every parameter, so the curious can go ahead and fiddle and learn while they turn. Very cool. Here's another neat trick. Click on the piano header graphic, and this will reveal even more tweaking parameters. First off, we have the tuning where you can adjust the main tuning if you need your piano to be in anything other than 440, possibly to match an old recording. And these other parameters are highly detailed options based upon actual professional piano tuning. The voicing is a little more interesting in that you can change things like the intrinsic hardness of the hammer at different velocities. I found raising these gives you a nice bright attack, which could be very good for pop rock piano sounds. Now the spectrum profile allows you to tweak the harmonic overtones coming from the piano. You can really change up the sound here, probably creating some kind of Frankenstein piano beast that could never exist. And why not? It's fun to adjust these parameters, even though I trust ModeArt to get these right in the presets. Pianoteq is all about exploration and tweaking. There's some cool parameters over here that will change the sound, often dramatically. The impedance is neat, and when raised, almost sounds like upwards compression, and creates a very full, almost processed-sounding piano. Again, this is all very rewarding to play with. Check out what happens when I adjust the energy setting. Wah-wah piano? Why not? Here's another great feature. Do you want to do an old-timey piano? Maybe one that sounds like it was left in a closet for a few decades? Just use this condition slider to make the piano fall more out of tune and lose some of its sheen. Very helpful for creating atmosphere. Okay, let's check out an Electric Grand, which this song was originally played on. Wow, love it. It's like Gabriel's playing in Studio B right next to me. And it doesn't just stop at pianos. How about a nice Fender Rhodes? Not bad at all. And it's even got a classical guitar. Needs a little tweaking, but sounds pretty great. I mean, I originally got this for the piano, but look how much stuff is in here. Vibraphones. And here's another crazy feature. How about combining a classical guitar with, I don't know, a glockenspiel? You can do that quickly and easily with the layers and morphing feature. Now, layering is a familiar feature, and just as it sounds, you can mix one instrument in with the other, simply blending the two patches together. Let's try that. So that's fun, but with morphing, the same thing is happening, but at the modeling level, essentially creating instruments that don't exist, but what they would sound like if they did. You can see that they sound quite different between morphing versus layering. I kind of like that. Right on. Anyway, that's a really cool feature that you can use to create your own unique instruments. As a composer, you could morph these instruments to better underscore the location of your film, for example, giving the audience a European instrument that's never been heard before. Pianoteq is an absolute embarrassment of riches. I would be blown away if this was just a rigid Rompler that had these incredible piano models, but it goes so much further than that, allowing the user to completely tweak the very fundamental characters of the piano or instrument they're using, or combine them into new sonic creations at the DNA level. Pianoteq comes in 4 different versions, starting at $139 USD for the stage version, which gives you 2 packs that you can choose during checkout. I was given the studio version for review, which is basically everything and runs for a steeper $8.99, but it's well worth it if you have the money. Personally, I find myself thrilled to be released from buying and maintaining massive piano libraries that ultimately had little control over the character of the piano. Pianoteq has a tiny footprint and is now my permanent piano plugin. I encourage everyone to try the demo and experience this one-of-a-kind piano beast. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. Until next time, mix well.